Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Today I will talk about the agriculture practices in Malaysia, implementing technology and modern techniques in Malaysia agriculture. Let me introduce myself before I start my topic for today. My name is Muhammad Daniel bin Hasmin, student ID 2020487858. I'm from Diploma in Planting Industry and Management. I'm doing this topic for the subject AGR 142. My lecturer name for the AGR 142 is Madam Nur Haslinda binti Arun. So, let's take a look of the contents in my topic for today. The first content is the technology of the agriculture. The second is the technology of the agriculture in Malaysia. The third one is the advantage and disadvantage of the hydroponic system. And the fourth one, the ways to overcome the disadvantage of the hydroponic system. The first content in my topic for today is the technology of the agriculture. When we talk about the technology, what is the technology is really about? Technology is the application of the scientific knowledge for practical purposes. In the other words, technology also can mean the skill, the techniques or the machines that can help and improve our work. In agriculture sector, we also have our own technology that can help improve and make our work more easier. For example, in the past, we use a buffalo to plow the land on our farm. But in the present time, we use a tractor or a machine that have a blade that can plow our land on the farm. So this technology really help us to make the work more easier. Bill Gates once said, "We're changing the world with technology." As you can see, technology is really changing our world, make our work more easier, make our life more easier than in the past. So without technology, our life will be very difficult, or it's such a difficult thing to finish our work. So technology is really help us a lot. As I mentioned earlier, I already said about the content in my topic for today. So now I want to say about the detail in my topic for today. I want to identify the technology or modern techniques of agriculture in Malaysia, learn about the advantages and the disadvantages of the technology, and find a way to fix the disadvantage. We already know about the technology, so now let's take a look about the technology of the agriculture in Malaysia. In Malaysia, there are a lot of technology of agriculture that has been used. For example, fertigation, aquaponic, aeroponic, and hydroponic. But for my topic for today, I choose the hydroponic system. So, what is the hydroponic system? Hydroponic is a growing plants in an aqueous nutrient solution. In the other words, hydroponic system is also called soilless system. Yes, we don't need a soil to plant our crops. So in Malaysia, there are a lot of places that use this hydroponic system to grow their crops. For example, City Farm in Perak and Cameron Highland. Now, let's take a look at the advantages and disadvantages of the hydroponic system. The first advantages of the hydroponic system is minimum spaces needed for planting purposes. In hydroponic system, We just need a small places or limited space that you have to plant your own vegetable. So you don't need to have such a big area of land to plant your own crops. It is easy for you to plant your own vegetable or crops. The second advantage is crop nutrients control. With this hydroponic system, you can make your own nutrient solution for your crops to grow. So it is easy for you to know what kind of nutrients that your crops get. The other advantages is growing healthy crops. Sometimes the vegetable or crops that you get from the grocery is not healthy or not good enough. So with this hydroponic system, you can plant your own vegetable in a good condition, so you can make sure that your crops grow healthy and good. And the last advantage is plant your crops everywhere and anywhere. As I mentioned earlier, this hydroponic system needs only a small places, so you can plant your own crops anywhere, in your house or at your workplace, in your balcony, anywhere, as long as that place have a source to make your plant grow healthy. Okay, now let's take a look at the disadvantages of the hydroponic system. The first disadvantages of this hydroponic system is soil-borne disease easy to spread. It is because in this hydroponic system, we use a closed tank of water to plant our crops. So sometimes the virus of soil-borne disease get into that tank and spread to our crops through the range of water of hydroponic system. The other disadvantages is an intensive care needed for crops. It is because sometimes we cannot control the amount of nutrient that the crops get. It is because the water flow to the crops is always there. So sometimes the crop get little bit more amount of nutrient that it's supposed to get. So we need to always monitor our crops. The other disadvantages is expensive construction costs. This hydroponic system has cost such a lot of money. So if you want to do this hydroponic system in a big land, you need to use a lot of money to do this hydroponic system. And the last disadvantages is only trained people can do hydroponic system. It is because it's not easy to do this hydroponic system. We need to know about the system, about the nutrient of the plant before you can do this hydroponic system. So, before you can do this hydroponic system, you need to learn about it before you do it. For the last content of my topic for today is the ways to overcome the disadvantages of the hydroponic system. The first way to overcome these disadvantages in hydroponic system is use discarded PVC pipes in NFT system. What is NFT? NFT is nutrient film technique that has been used in hydroponic system. NFT material is really expensive. So by using discarded PVC pipes, you can reduce the price and make your own hydroponic system with such a low cost. The other way is use reusable soft drink bottles as containers. if you don't want to use a PVC pipe, you can also use an empty soft drink bottles that has been used as a container to plant your own crops. So this really help you to reduce the cost of this hydroponic system. The other way is only healthy seedling and clean water had been used. As I mentioned earlier, soil-borne disease easily to spread in this hydroponic system. So to prevent this thing, you need to use a healthy seedling from the start before you do the hydroponic system. You need to use only a clean water, so this soil-borne disease can be prevented from it happen. The other way is make a research and learn about hydroponic system, plant growth and nutrient selection before you do your own hydroponic system. Because if you want to do this hydroponic system, you need to know about this technique. Because if you just do this hydroponic system without knowing about the principle of this hydroponic system or the nutrient selection that your crops need, so this system cannot be done and your crops will die easily. So before you do your own hydroponic system, you need to make a little bit of research about it. The last way to overcome these disadvantages in hydroponic system is make your own nutrient solution. If you make your own nutrient solution, you not only can control your nutrient that the crops get, you can also make sure that the nutrient or the solution that your crops get is healthy or is good or in such a good condition for your crops to get the nutrient. So this thing will help your crops grow healthy. Okay everyone, that's all for my topic for today. I already talked about the technology of agriculture. I already talked about the technology of the agriculture in Malaysia, the advantage and disadvantage of hydroponic system, and the way to fix that disadvantages. So I hope that all of you gain something from me, and see you again next time.